Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Class of Heroes 2G Remaster Edition. Last time we completed what I think was the original post-game of the original game. I think so, and then, I'm not positive, but I think we then unlocked something that was added for the remaster, which was a new dungeon we can enter, right here from Crostini, the Gate of Darkness. Some new quests in the library that appeared in a creepy and mysterious manner and not through the normal way, and we gained the ability to recruit several of the NPCs as party members, which is pretty cool. I also did a crap load of synthesizing off screen just now. Let me see if I can remember everything I made. I don't think I gave Wheeler anything. I didn't make anything new for Wheeler, but I gave him Ruote's Sword Reborn, which is incredible. It does 109 to 179 damage, hits 5 times, gives defense 3, accuracy 5, evasion 5, can do instant death, paralysis, silence, and fear, and gives magic and special resistance plus, spell effectiveness plus, thief plus, and hit points plus 3. So it's a ridiculously, ridiculously good weapon. I think, okay, so that replaced the Diamond Knuckles, and because Wheeler is no longer using the Diamond Knuckles, I put him back to the fighter portrait from the Brawler portrait. Candy inherited... Did she inherit anything? I'm not sure she did. She might not have changed, because she was already wielding an Elm Blade and Elm Hammer. Ah, that's right. Grum inherited the Diamond Knuckles, so he got changed to the Brawler portrait. Let's see. Did any of these three's armor change? I don't think so. Though it's possible, because man, I did a lot of stuff. I don't think anything changed for Seraphi. I made a mechanical doll for Sherry, which hits for up to 112, up to 5 times, and can cause silence and paralysis, and also gives magic and special resistance plus, and hit points plus 3, and improves defense by 2, evasion by 3. Accuracy is minus 2, though. Still looks like a pretty nice new weapon for her. Ah, something did change for Seraphi. I made her this angel gown, which gives special resistance plus, regeneration, defense 4, accuracy 1, evasion 8. So it's amazing. It replaced the risque underwear, sadly. So she is no longer wearing the risque underwear, and that's a shame because that was funny. I also made new whips, a Jormungandr, which hits for up to 103 up to 5 times, gives regeneration and magic special resistance plus, and can petrify, has defense 3, accuracy 2, evasion 2, and an Orochi, which hits for up to 45 damage up to 9 times, gives defense 1, accuracy 1, evasion 2, and special resistance plus, and can stun. And now Aisha is dual wielding these. And I also made sky arrows to go with her sky bow, but I think dual wielding the Jormungandr and Dark Orochi will actually be more powerful than the bow. I think that covers the highlights. There was other stuff that I made, but just chose not to equip. Some of it was more equipment that causes anti-regeneration. Although, it occurs to me, I would assume anti-regeneration and regeneration cancel each other out. So if I have somebody who has regeneration on them, I could consider giving them one of the other things I made that, that causes you to lose hit points. And if the regeneration is canceling it out, they wouldn't. I didn't sell that stuff, I just put it into storage. So I think I did sell the Code of Ares, though, didn't I? And I kind of regret doing that. I think that may have been a mistake. But I did make Legs of Ares. Yeah, you can see those do hit point minus 1. But what if I grab these? And I think Oni Tetsu is a pretty good weapon. Hits for up to 119, up to 5 times, instant death, defense 4, accuracy 3, evasion 2, magic special resistance plus, max hit points plus 5, but plus 5, who cares? But still, pretty good weapon except for the anti-regen. But let's see. So, Ruote's Sword Reborn is giving hit points plus 3, which would cancel out 2 hit point minus 1s. So what if I gave him the Legs of Ares? Well, that actually reduces defense, so I guess they're not that great. It is a strict upgrade for Candy, so if she has anything giving her regen, then she'll be fine. But it looks like she doesn't. That's unfortunate. I could give her Ruote's sword. That's an option. And then give the Ellen Blade to Wheeler, so he's dual-wielding those. And then she could wear the Legs of Ares. Ooh, is it cursed? It is cursed. Maybe I don't want to do that then, if it's cursed on top of everything else. And then there's the Oni Tetsu, which I think would be better than the Diamond Knuckles overall. It would certainly be better than the Mithril Sword overall. But the question is, does he have anything giving him regen? Okay, he does. He has the Element Boots +2. Okay, the Oni Tetsu is also cursed, however. But is that really that big a deal when it's a better weapon and you have, or you know, better armor, and you have something canceling out the anti-regen? Maybe that's fine. We'll try going with that, I guess. I might want to put that in a new save and not overwrite the save I've been using, which has been 2. Yeah, I think I can safely overwrite 4 now as well. So I think I basically have all 4 of them available. But yeah, I've been using 2 here. So let's overwrite 3, just in case we decide we don't like what I just did. And now here's another thing. Question, what are we going to do about the fact that we can now recruit a bunch of those NPCs, who I guess are now PCs, because we can recruit them? Because that's kind of exciting. So I guess the reason that they are all novices and neutral is so you can kind of do whatever you want with them. They're kind of like blank slates. And that makes sense. And I do kind of appreciate that. So here's what I'm thinking, tentatively. Although I might end up not doing this at all because it might make my party way weaker because my existing party is so darn strong. But I'm thinking of making Ruote a samurai and slotting him in for Grum. Making Tiramisu a fighter and slotting her in for Candy. And making Olive a puppeteer, puppet master, whatever they're called, and slotting her in for Sherry. That is what I'm considering. If I can make it work without gimping my party, and if they can all become those classes. Because those are my 3 favorite characters of this lineup, Ruote, Tiramisu, and Olive. If there was an elf in this group, I would recruit them and make them a summoner. But there's not. None of them is an elf, sadly. None of the default starting characters is an elf either. I don't know, there's elf hatred going on in this game. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no elves to choose from among the pre-gens or the NPCs, so no summoner for us, because I'm not going to make a new one. But okay, before we do that, I want to see what equipment they all have. And I'm actually going to screenshot this so that I have it as a reference. Okay, there's Candy. Like I said, we might end up throwing this away. Because, oh, it was really dumb to equip the Onitetsu and the Legs of Ares, because I might want to equip them on the NPCs I'm about to slot in. And lastly, gonna screenshot Sherry here. Like I said, I could end up throwing this away, because it might really gimp our party, because my characters are so darned powerful. And even if I pour gold, or G, into the NPCs to power level them, they just might end up being much weaker than my existing characters, and we might need really, really strong characters for this post-game stuff. I suspect we probably do. But anyway, since I messed that up, we're gonna reload this old save. We're going to take... What was it that I wanted? The Onitetsu and the Legs of Ares. There we go. And then we're just going to unequip Candy. Oops. There's also the fact that I've been using these characters for over 50 hours of gameplay, and even if they technically don't get dialogue or have any personalities or anything in-game, you know, I have a mental idea of what they're like, what kind of characters they're like, and I've gotten kind of attached to them. So that's also a factor in favor of continuing to use them. But I want to at least give a shot to using some of these NPCs, since the game gave us the option. I do like some of these NPCs too. Alright, so let's go to the office. Organize. Alright, remove Candy, Grum, and Sherry. And slot in Ruote, Tiramisu, and Olive. Okay. Getting to see them with their portraits as PC portraits in my PC slots is kind of awesome. That is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Alright, so I need to remember how to reclass them, because we do not... Wow, look at their hit points. Holy crap, Tiramisu and Ruote have a lot of hit points. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I need to remember how to reclass. I think it's courses. This is also going to very much depend on them having the stats they need for the classes I want them to have. I could make Ruote a fighter if I can't make him a samurai. I cannot make him or swordsman. So, okay, we can try that, I guess. How about Tiramisu? She also cannot be a swordsman. Alright, maybe we're down a swordsman. Oof, that's a little rough. I don't know to what extent I can go without one, because he gives the accuracy up, which is really important sometimes. Please tell me that Olive can at least become a puppet master. Puppeteer. She can. That's good. So I might have to keep Grum if I want to keep a swordsman. He can only become a fighter. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of them is capable of becoming a swordsman. Well, let's see if I pour about 1.5 million G into each of them. How much I can level them up. Because obviously level 1 is not going to cut it. Wow! Even back to level 1, they have as many hit points as the characters they're replacing, just about. Except for Olive. So that's already crazy. So, you know, maybe this will work out. It might. I think I'm definitely going to keep my save slot 2, though, and not overwrite it. I'll need to remember that's the one I don't want to overwrite. It's the one before I did all this. Okay, so I think I go to the infirmary to donate. Yes. But, right, like I was saying, I might need to keep Grum. And if that's true, because I don't want to lose my swordsman, my samurai, my swordsman, whatever, which NPC am I not going to use? It'll have to be either Tiramisu or Ruote. I like both of them. I kind of want both of them in my party. That is a shame I couldn't make either one a swordsman. Oh, it's a tough one. I guess I'll keep Tiramisu. We'll see. But I kind of want to keep Ruote too. Oh, it's a shame I couldn't make any of them a swordsman, that they didn't have the stats for it. Well, it really is a tough one. But okay, yeah, we're going to go with, I guess, yeah, we're gonna keep Grum in place of Ruote. Sorry, Ruote, I wanted to use you, but you couldn't class change into what I needed you to be. Alright, so it looks like if we run with this, tiramisu will be slotted in for candy, and olive will be slotted in for sherry. Okay, so let us do the donating. Alright, well if I'm only doing 2 instead of 3, I can give them more G for their leveling. Let us do 2.5 million for both tiramisu and olive. That should really get them up there. Alright, so that's 1,000 million. Alright, 2.5. Alright, that should get you a goodly number of levels, I hope, tiramisu. Okay, she has a pretty adorable level up smile. Oh man, we are going to be watching this for a while, I think. I don't know how many levels she's going to gain, but I'm guessing it's a lot. Okay, what is with these terrible hit point rolls, though? Maybe they'll get better as she keeps gaining levels. Oh, right. She won't have true duel either, will she? Because there's no way this is going to get her up to 50th. That could be a real problem, actually. Well, I don't know. It's getting her close. That got her surprisingly close to 50th level. Surprisingly close. But yeah, she's not going to be able to dual wield an Ellen Blade and an Ellen hand. Is the Ellen Blade cursed? Why is it red? Why is the Ellen Blade red? Because it doesn't work well with neutral characters. I didn't realize that. That's bizarre. And it's cursed. What do you mean it's cursed? Maybe it's only cursed for neutral characters. I didn't realize that, though. This may not work out, because first of all, one of the weapons I really want her to have is cursed for her. How much G will it take to get her to 50th? If we can get her to 50th, I think it's fine. And if I can give her a Fruit of Good, because I have some of those, right? I think I put them in storage. How many would it take, though, to get her to be good aligned? Ugh. Issues with incorporating the NPCs into my party. I'm sure I might have sold them, though. Did I keep them? I hope I kept them. Fruit of Good, where are you? Oh wait, it wouldn't be in that category, it's this category. There's only one. I'm sure that it takes more than one to make a character good aligned. Can you synth them, I wonder? Let me check my synth guide. That synth guide doesn't say so. What about the other one? That one either. I wonder if I can buy them anywhere. I'm sure just one isn't going to put her all the way to good. Because it says just 1 point closer too, so... yeah... Well, let's see what we can do with Olive, anyway. So 2.5 million G gets you to a pretty darn high level, we discovered. That's nice. Okay, that's a really adorable level up smile, too. The button mashing, my RSI. Okay, we got her up to 38. That makes sense. The puppeteer needs slightly more experienced than a fighter, so I didn't think that she would get to as high a level. Let's see. Let me go to the screenshots I took so I can compare stats, and as long as she's not significantly weaker than Sherry, then that should be fine. And let's also get her kitted out. Come on, load the screenshot. It's not hard. There you go. Oh, I only took a screenshot of the equipment, not their stats. I'm going to assume that her stats are not much worse than Sherry's. I guess. I definitely should have checked that. I like how their portrait... Or the smile in her portrait is just a little different. It's very sassy. I like it. But anyway, mechanical doll, law cap +6, old jersey top, risque under. Okay, Olive with risque underwear. That amuses me. Oops. Demon shoes -5 and angelic cuffs. There we go. She's got the same equipment now. Excellent. Oh, she already had a bunch of spells. Look at this. She already had a bunch of mage spells. I did not realize that the NPCs might already have a bunch of spells. Oh, because they were novices, and novices get a bunch of spells. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. Wow, you're going to be really useful, Olive. I had not factored that into account. Oops, not... Yeah, I really like that smile there. That's pretty good. Okay, so... Tiramisu. I really need you to be level 50 so you have true duel. So here's what we're going to do, I think. First of all, we need to get that Ellen Blade off of her. I think the store can do that. Okay, 27,000 is nothing to us these days. That's fine. So, you're actually going back in the pool for now, Tiramisu, and we're bringing Candy back in. Once I have a crap load more money, which I expect will happen while we do the post-game stuff, I'll keep leveling her up with donations until she's level 50. And then we'll bring her into the party and get her kitted out and see... Because 22 hit points, or 2,200 hit points is incredible. But we really need her to be able to true duel. Actually, what would another, say, 700,000 G get her to? It's worth trying. Probably not all the way to 50. There's serious diminishing returns. Well... Okay, 45. So yeah, once we have another couple million G, we'll see if we can get her those remaining 5 levels. But for now, back to the office. And you're back in the team for now, Candy. Formation. Alright, we need to get Candy her stuff back. I also need to keep an eye out for if I can buy a fruit of good anywhere. Alright, so Candy's equipment was... Rote Sword Reborn. Why is that not here? Okay, because I have it on Wheeler. Let's give him... Yeah, he's going to dual-wield Elm Blades. There we go. Rotate Sword Reborn. The Elm Hammer. The Princess Guard. The Kung Fu Top. The Legs of Ares. The Gauntlet. The Legacy Boots +6. And the Angelic Cuffs. Although, why not just give her the Angel's Wing? It seems to be strictly better. Oh, because that was on Grum. Grum is not fully kitted out. Grum was wearing Ellen boots, a gauntlet, a... Okay, yeah, we took all the stuff off Grum. We need to give it back. Onitetsu, Diamond Knuckles, Splendid Rabbit Ears, Mithril Armor +5. Okay, there we go. No, I think we got some worthless garbage off of the NPCs. They didn't come with any good gear. Yeah, daggers, no. Institute top, Academy bottom, Academy shoes. Yeah, sell all this nonsense. Is there any reason whatsoever to keep the chain leggings? I don't think so. I guess, yeah, let's just sell them. Okay. Let us make sure to never ever save over 2. 2 is my slot before I did all this. So just in case this turns out to be a disaster and I desperately need those millions and millions of G that I put into donations, we want to keep this. Alright, I know that was really long. But hopefully it was interesting and worth seeing. All of that messing about with the NPC characters. Once we have more money, we'll see if we can level up Tiramisu to 50 to get her True Duel and slot her in for Candy. Wish that Ruote could have become a samurai, but then we would have had even more trouble leveling everybody up, trying to do it with 3 characters instead of just 2. But anyway, let's finally take some quests. I think I'm going to try to do the quests before doing the new labyrinth, because the new labyrinth is the most exciting thing to me, and, you know, save the best for last. Alright, so, creepy new quests. The Frozen Demon of Hellish Orange Judgment Scales. There's a strange aura about the board. Oh, okay, let's write this down. Well, it's very straightforward about it, isn't it? Alright. So, this is Frozen Labyrinth. Past, present, and future on 16.5. We should be able to just teleport straight there, because we 100%ed them all. Oh, vanished from the other world, huh? So is this going to be a boss that we fought in the first game? That would be interesting. Text vanished as soon as we finish reading. But can we report it? Okay, the text didn't vanish after all. It lied, because we can go reread it. I wonder if these are going to be way too strong for us. Just for the record, if these are so strong, or the final labyrinth is so difficult that I stand no chance without insane amounts of grinding, then I regret to say that the playthrough will be done here, because I'm not going to grind for 10, 20, 30 hours to be able to, you know, fight the optional super bosses or whatever. So, seeing all this content will be dependent on it being doable without having to grind like a madman. I mean, I'm willing to do a little bit of grinding, but, you know, I still have other things I want to do on my vacation. I'm not going to spend the whole vacation grinding. That sounds awful. Anyway. Next one is Hell Labyrinth. Red Demise. Was Red Demise the last floor? At 1712. Another one that vanished from the other world. And Judgment Scales. Okay, so that's in the Judgment Labyrinth. Unfulfilled Desire at 16.6. Interesting stuff. Let's go take them on. And I will probably make pretty liberal use of Wyvern tickets here. This is why I bought them after all. Although, it's not exactly far to reach Zabiome, so I guess that's not very necessary at all. I'll do it anyway. I mean, how many of these do we have? Still have like 16 or something? Yeah, 16. That's plenty, really. So yeah, let's do it. Let's use them, save a little time. By the way, do you guys happen to sell a Fruit of Good? They do! That's amazing. I don't know how many... Okay, they only sell one, though. But that would be great to get Tiramisu toward good, so she's not cursed when she equips that one thing. I wonder how many places sell those. If, like, every place sells one of those, we should be able to get Tiramisu toward good alignment pretty quickly, I hope. Though I don't know how many points it takes. Alright, into the Hell Labyrinth. Red Demise 1712, huh? Can you teleport, Olive? Oh wait, what is Proto? Increase ally attack resistance. So thanks to having her in the party, we now have at least one buff that we never had before. I think you get that as a novice. That really is just such a good portrait for Olive. That sassy pose and smile, I love it. Anyway, it looks like she can't teleport. That's fine. That's what Seraphi's for. Red Demise was actually the second to last. 1712. Okay, right there, huh? Kinda random, but that's fine. Alright, let's turn some buffs on. Omnisite. Spell Resian, and now, courtesy of Olive... Oh, Proto cannot be cast outside combat. Never mind. But it can stack with repeated uses in combat, so there's that. Though she's probably going to spend most of her time putting up that magic wall. Well, let's do it. Okay, we definitely didn't fight you in the first game. So, is it way, way too strong for us? Oh, we get the, like, mid-boss music for it. Not any of the super powerful boss themes. That's weird. It's level 45. I feel like that's way higher level than anything else we've fought. So these may be enormously too strong for us. It wouldn't shock me if that were the case. Let's see how good Aisha's new dual-wielding whips are. Okay, well... Oh, it can counterattack. And I feel like that was less damage than the Sky Bow, but that could just be because this thing is really strong. I should probably heal Aisha. Uh-oh. Oh, this thing is brutal. Aisha's dead. And it counters like crazy. This may be very RNG heavy. It may be doable, but only if we get lucky on the RNG. I could see it going that way. Because if it just paralyzes everybody, we're pretty screwed. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, yeah, definitely getting the impression that these are maybe super duper bosses that you have to grind like crazy to beat, and like I said, if so, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna beat them. But I'm not gonna give up just yet, because maybe the Gate of Darkness Labyrinth is a fantastic grinding location. So let's try exploring this first rather than diving straight into fighting those optional super bosses. But before we do, I'm actually going to call it an episode here. This was primarily a let's fiddle around with the NPC party episode, but I think that's fine because it's pretty exciting getting to recruit the NPCs into our party. And we tried one of the new optional super bosses and got wrecked, and I'm not too surprised. By the way, let's just briefly see how many maps there are. Okay, so Depths of a Nameless Land is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Okay, that could maybe account for all the remaining 8%, if they're all very big maps with a lot of space to explore. So maybe once we 100% this, we'll have gotten all the maps. I hope so. I also hope that it's not so deadly in here that we can't do anything. We just get destroyed constantly. But we're going to find out in the next episode. I'll see you then.